Don't lie to yourself. The man who lies to himself and listens to his own lie comes to a point that he cannot distinguish the truth within him or around him, and so loses all respect for himself and for others. And having no respect, he ceases to love. The insolence of time is like a blow in the face from an unseen enemy. I think schools generally do an effective and terribly damaging job of teaching children to be infantile, dependent, intellectually dishonest, passive, and disrespectful to their own developmental capacities. Contempt for happiness is usually contempt for other people's happiness, and is an elegant disguise for hatred of the human race. Disrespect for life is a direct reflection of violating the laws of the kingdom of love. When you tolerate disrespectful people, you disrespect yourself. If you have the tendency to repress your anger, you have lost touch with an important part of yourself. Getting angry is a way to gain back that part of yourself by asserting your rights, expressing your displeasure with a situation, and letting others know how you wish to be treated. It can motivate you to make needed changes in a relationship or other areas of your life. Finally, it can let others know that you expect to be respected and treated fairly. Sometimes what you see of a person is only what they want you to see. But if you disrespect that part, you will see all of you. Ideological differences are no excuse for rudeness. As long as you look for someone else to validate who you are by seeking their approval, you are setting yourself up for disaster. You have to be whole and complete in yourself. No one can give you that. You have to know who you are. What others say is irrelevant. If we as a people realized the greatness from which we came, we would be less likely to disrespect ourselves. Shame, blame, disrespect, betrayal, and the withholding of affection damage the roots from which love grows. Love can only survive these injuries if they are acknowledged, healed, and rare. If we have no respect for our viewers, then how can we have any respect for ourselves and what we do? Rudeness luxuriates in the absence of self-respect. Throughout life, people will make you mad, disrespect you, and treat you bad. Let God deal with the things they do, cause hate in your heart will consume you too. A lack of appreciation and respect can be a sad end to many wonderful relationships. A man who goes into a restaurant and blatantly disrespects the servers shows a strong discontent with his own being. Deep down, he knows that restaurant service is the closest thing he will ever experience to being served like a king. I would never disrespect any man, woman, chick, or child out there. We're all the same. What goes around comes around, and karma kicks us all in the butt at the end of the day. True irreverence is disrespect for another man's God. If you can't ignore an insult, top it. If you can't top it, laugh it off. And if you can't laugh it off, it's probably deserved. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Intelligence arouses fear and respect. The lack of it keeps one on the narrow-minded road of disrespect, stupidity, and inferiority complex. Those who make hostility a daily manner are often left in the lurch at difficult times. Good manners are appreciated as much as bad manners are abhorred. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great ones make you feel that you too can become great. Arrogance, disrespect, and demand have higher price. Kindness, respect, and tact give better prize. If they disrespect you to your face, imagine what they're doing behind your back. If you tolerate disrespectful behavior, it will get worse over time. No matter what the reason, if you start to scream and shout, you look a fool, and you feel a fool. And you earn the disrespect of everyone. Treat people like people. Beware of pity and patronization, because in them, you can't see when you're unashamedly looking down on someone. If you can't ignore an insult, top it. If you can't top it, laugh it off. And if you can't laugh it off, it's probably deserved. You don't have to disrespect and insult others simply to hold your own ground. If you do, that shows how shaky your own position is. If you do not respect your own wishes, no one else will. You will simply attract people who disrespect you as much as you do. Don't take things personally, but don't condone disrespect. Never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life, but define yourself. Our disrespect for thinking. Someone sitting in a chair, gazing out of a window blankly, always described as doing nothing. Abusive language and swearing are a legacy of slavery, humiliation, and disrespect for human dignity, one's own and that of other people. The way to avoid imputation of impudence is not to be ashamed of what we do, but never to do what we ought to be ashamed of. We strongly condemn any disrespect to human bodies, regardless of whether they are those of enemies or friends. Disrespect adheres to the ignorant, like wet leaves breathed on cold skin. Do not be threatened by rude people, because rudeness is a sign of insecurity. There is an insolence which none but those who themselves deserve contempt can bestow, and those only who deserve no contempt can bear. If you can't treat me like I'm someone important, then please don't disrespect me. We disrespect ourselves and our free will whenever we say that we need to do something. The wrong person will make you feel unwanted, unappreciated, unloved, and they will make you feel like an option. The right person will have you feeling wanted, appreciated, loved, and they will have you feeling like a priority. I never make the mistake of arguing with people for whose opinions I have no respect. Discomfort is understandable. It's the rudeness that isn't. Now I feel like whatever I do, no one can hurt me. I cannot be violated, I cannot be humiliated, I cannot be disregarded, I cannot be disrespected. Life is too short to waste your time on people who don't respect, appreciate, and value you. People disrespect you for two reasons: to gain your respect towards them and to bargain your trust towards them. Being brilliant is no great feat if you respect nothing. Men are respectable only as they respect. A little rudeness and disrespect can elevate a meaningless interaction to a battle of wills and add drama to an otherwise dull day. I believe if you are nice to people, your children will follow. Likewise, if you are rude to people, children will follow the same. Never make excuses for someone who disrespects you. Who they are, or what they do, isn't a pass to treat you like trash. There cannot be greater rudeness than to interrupt another in the current of his discourse. When people respect one another, seldom is there honesty. People who love themselves don't hurt other people. The more we hate ourselves, the more we want others to suffer. Pay no attention to toxic words. What people say is often a reflection of themselves, not you. Real love moves freely in both directions. Don't waste your time on anything else. Disrespect is tired. Shade is old. Sipping tea isn't cute. But loving, supporting, giving, being grateful, and perpetuating light is. Love is a reason for so many things, but not to tolerate disrespect and abuse. Let love be the force that heals you from a bad relationship, not what keeps you in it. Don't let people disrespect you. Don't open the door to the devil. Surround yourself with positive people.